BBN, Jack Frost. What's up, party people? How y'all doing today? I hope everybody having a beautiful day. Let me make the move to the side. I hope everybody having a beautiful day. Great morning, getting shit done you need done. Real quick, I was gonna actually start today talking about one thing, right? And we're gonna have some guests come on for the next couple of days on morning coffee today, hopefully, and also throughout the course of next week. And what we're gonna be discussing is basically how there's a lot of guys out here that are tricking y'all to thinking that they're real men and they're not. I was actually gonna go into a whole diatribe about it today, but I decided not to for a couple of different reasons. And one of the reasons is I was on the phone with somebody earlier this morning. I was on the phone with somebody this morning, and it would just like really lift my spirits. So yeah, we're not gonna engage in the bullshit today. Also, I want to say, look out for individuals that will be trying to follow you on YouTube, so they could try to convince you to not watch the channel, and I guess not to donate to the channel. Although I don't necessarily ever ask for donations, really ever. So I don't know how that works. I don't, I don't I don't know how that works. So real quick, right before we get into the start, because there are a couple of things that I want to talk about. We want to give appreciation to everybody that donated to the other morning coffee. I didn't have a graph made for today, so you're gonna have to excuse me. We'll make the graph for Monday and put it in conjunction with whatever happens today. Anyway, shout out to Natasha Johnson. She says, with the $4.99 drop, she says, I'm here every day. I just don't say anything. Like to sit back and watch. Salute to you. Definitely do appreciate the fact that you like the show. And everybody that just comes in here and don't necessarily talk, that's fine. It's not a problem. It's cool. Shout out to Garrett Crawford with the $4.99 drop. He said ain't stopping nothing. BBN is ready for the rise, my G. Appreciate you. Salute. Shout out to William Somerville for the $2 drop. Appreciate you. And shout out to Why Not Music for the $5 drop. He says I'm not a troll, just so you know. I called him a troll when I saw the name. And apparently he had another account that I thought was a troll, and I kicked him. So he's like, yo, I'm not a troll, man. And so that's funny. Also, you want to know something that's really fun? Also, I got to get a new computer, obviously, because y'all seeing the problems that I'm having. I think there's something wrong with my board. Hold on. Hey, what's up, my brother? How you doing today? Yo, you know I'm live. This is Mel Cross on the line. Yeah, what's up, Mel Cross? How you doing, my brother?
Yeah, you know what, man. Easy with it, man. I just see your text, man, so I said, let me give you a call, see what's going on. I'm at work, though, you know what I'm saying? So, you know.
Nah, you know I know how it is. Yo, I got you a quick question though.
What's up, bro?
All right, so where I put my speaker at? Hold on, let's get you on the speaker real quick. Take 2 seconds so we can make sure everybody hear you real nice and clear. My question actually is this, right? And this is just some look. I speak to a lot of dudes, right? A lot of people, East Coast, West Coast, from the South. I speak to some people that's even in like Toronto, as you all know. I'm doing a Crip documentary with some people with a company from Europe. So I speak to a lot of people. So I'm asking you this because everybody got faith in you. Everybody fucks with you. You a solid dude. Though nobody ever has anything negative to say about Mel Cross. Mel Cross is solid inside and outside. That's a fact. And so my question to you is this: when men are beefing, do men talk about other men's families? Like if you have a problem with me, are you gonna talk about my family, or are you gonna talk about the problem you got with me?
Nah, I'm gonna give you that's a good question. And I'm gonna share something with you, right? And I don't want to throw nobody in here, but I'm just using this to make a point that's relative to this, right?
Copy.
Okay, so you remember when I had addressed it her son on a little situation or whatever have you, and then how he started just going crazy about your mother, this, that, and the other, whatever have you. And you notice my response to that was, you know what I'm saying, you know, you got beautiful kids and all that, you know, whatever have you. That's not even my child. You know what I mean? Now, see, the point of me making that is this. You have some people, you know what I'm I'm saying, that come from different schools. Whereas in one era, once upon a time in human history, if I can't get you, I'm gonna get the closest thing next to you. You understand what I'm saying? But in today's era, and when things is not really that serious or nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? A person's family should be off limits because you know what I'm saying. Whatever you got with this man, you know what I'm saying? Because God forbid, you wouldn't want nobody to do nothing to your mother. You wouldn't want nobody to do nothing to your daughter, your son, your brother, your homie, your whatever that's attached to you. You understand what I'm saying? So as a grown man, one man to another, whatever we have, you know what I'm saying? That's supposed to be between us because see, this is where the cowardice comes in at. You know what I'm saying? When people be attached to certain type of cliques or certain type of gangs, whatever, people could be dead wrong, but feel like, well, I got people behind me, so I can say what I want to say to people and do what I want. And that's not right and exact. Because if you're a part of a gang and everything like that, you would look down upon for you to be trying to victimize neutrals or people that's not living the same lifestyle as you.
I'm agreeing with you. I think that makes perfectly good sense. So basically, this is not the type of stuff that as far as you know, like your affiliation with gang life, real rights. This isn't something that real rights is gonna get behind and back. You getting into an argument or somebody getting into an argument with one person and then calling they family and talking about their family and talking crazy. Like that's not something real rights to stand behind, I'm guessing.
Nah, you know what I'm saying? Some people do it out of pure anger too. A lot of times people say things that they really don't mean, but they just say something just to get back or just to say something just to have something to say. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
But like with me personally, I never underestimate nobody. So that's why I don't review my family. I don't review my loved ones, whatever have you, because you're gonna always have somebody that no matter what you do in life, no matter who you try to help, no matter how much good of a person, but you're always gonna be somebody that want what you got, that don't like it for whatever reason or so or another. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta always safeguard everything. You know what I mean? And that's how I be doing. That's how I move. You know what I'm saying? I can't even let anybody know where I live and this, that, and the other. And it's fucked up because I grew up, it took a village to raise a kid. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
You couldn't even cut food or play hooky in your block or your building.
Because if somebody seen you,
it's just like somebody seen you, it was done. You know what I'm saying? Whereas now, mind your business. The only thing bothering nobody is doing this or whatever. So what? The only thing out the house. You know what I'm saying?
Not for nothing, but nowadays, if you go tell somebody that they kid was doing something that even could get the kid hurt or get in jail or something like that, the person's gonna be more upset at you for telling them. You're right. They're gonna be like, "Yo, mind your business."
Yeah. My motherfucker did it. He's acting down.
It's a fact.
Crazy. And the dynamic is so different because I be seeing like my son. My son is about to be 9 years old, and he be on that game on live all day. And I sometimes be catching him cursing. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know how to tie your shoe. We ain't got no business to be cursing and all cursing in the language and everything. You know what I'm saying? But you got a mindset thing. And this is grown men. Some child playing with little babies and stuff like that. And they be saying things when they watch these channels and stuff like that. And they saying things and the babies picking all that up. So instead of them having a normal childhood and stay on a game where they can actually have fun, their stress level is stressful and everything that's coming up because they sit there beefing while they playing the game.
Yo, not just that, but there's something else that we have to understand. You made such a great point. I'm not even 100% sure that even if I explain how I perceive your point, that I could really truly grasp the importance and the complexity of what you've actually said, because we have to take into consideration if we spend a large portion of our day arguing with people, we become that person. If we spend a large part of our day being upset, sad, and angry, we become that person. And these are
Yeah.
all things that can lead to depression. So a lot of people are wondering why their child is walking around their house like thinking it's the end of the world. A lot of people is wondering why their child is doing having risky behavior. You have to understand depression will cause you to do some weird shit. And when you are constantly enveloped in negative situations, if you're constantly enveloped in listening to people talk about negative BS, if you're constantly enveloped in people talking trash to you, what's going to happen is that's going to become your thoughts, and your thoughts is going to become your existence. So he's 100% right. And that's another thing that we got to start doing, monitoring our kids when they play video games. That's a whole fact.
Yeah, man. You know, and that's well said, and that was well put. You know what I'm saying? Because you know that's the reality. That's the reality. It's like, you know, and we got it, because this is how the future is going to be ran by them when they become our age. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's just so crazy, man. Just like I had shared I had this video last week too, right? Well, because I've been dealing with something for a while, man, and I think it would be good for a topic right here, man. Is that my wife went for a job. She works in the city, right?
Copy.
So now you're aware that, you know, we have got our purchase, you know, we're fortunate enough to purchase a house, you know, in Poconos, we got a little man, whatever. So unfortunately, we're out here most of the time because the cost of living out there is so cheap. So the cost of living is cheap. Mind you, out here, minimum wage is 15. Out there, minimum wage is $7 a change. So that's more than half. You know what I'm saying? So we can tell what type of, you know, job we talking about, how much they pay it. So we are forced to stay out here and try to get our companies up and money, you know what I'm saying, the chance to, you know, whatever, prize too. So now, making long story short, so she went to go put in a job, the same job she had before, but just out there in PA. Don't you know, bro, they denied her the job, bro? Not because she's overqualified, not because of the fact that she's been working she's been working in that type of field for the last 18 years. Forget the fact that she's also a part of the committee that fights for the rights of her peers in that career. You know what I'm saying? But they denied her because she's married and have a relationship with me, or she has some type of relationship with me to the point where, you know what I'm saying, all right, this dude is a convicted felon. He did this and he did that. Forget about that. It could have been 23, 24 years ago. Forget about all that. So now, y'all saying, you know, the job, the Fair Act, where you don't discriminate color, race, you know, background, this, that, other, whatever. So now, my felonies now don't only affect me, but it's affecting our family. It's affecting where we living at. It's affecting, they trying to dictate who we can deal with. Or, all right, well, being that your family member or the person that you live with or you're affiliated with, he got a multiple felonies, this, that, and other. Well, we're going to start ostracizing y'all. Y'all can't even put the job no more.
Wait, hold on. I don't want you to go much further because all of this ties into something that you just said a minute ago when you talked about how our kids is the future. And we also was just discussing how video games, and not just video games in general, but not monitoring what our kids do lead to them sometimes being depressed because they're having so much negativity thrust upon them. Another thing that they're trying to do is they're trying to
Hello?
No. Another thing is what people trying to do is I was about to have a whole different conversation. We just hit somebody. Could we get bags, please? We just hit somebody. Somebody came in here and said somebody name that it cannot be said on this channel. Could we get bags? The other thing that you hit on is that they're trying to take our future. Did y'all just pay attention to what he just said happened? He said, yo, look, my wife, who does not have crimes, she does not have any felonies, I'm assuming. She works at this particular job where she basically does union work also. He says she fights for the rights of the people that work there, so she also does union work on top of that. She wanted to get a transfer, and they wouldn't allow her to get a transfer because she's married to a felon. And his crime was 20 plus years ago. Do y'all see that? That's another way that they try to break our families up without breaking our families up. They make it inconvenient for us to be with each other.
Cause now they trying to dictate who the schools of male or female, you know what I'm saying, that you allow to build a future with if you want to be successful in this world. You know what I'm saying? So forget about the fact that I did over 25 years in prison, you know what I'm saying, with my physical essence, my physical being, in which I paid my debt to society, a debt that is unfair to my children because they didn't ask to be here and they didn't commit crime with me, so they suffer too. And for me to come out here, you know what I'm saying, and be back on my feet and doing what I'm doing, and because they're married to me, you didn't even mention me or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? They can get a background check on her Denada solely because of her affiliation with me, a person that hasn't committed a crime in over 20-something years, that's actually a law-abiding citizen that pays taxes.
You know, no. I'm on your side with this, and obviously, and I mean, I don't even understand how anybody could be on the other side. To be honest with you, so and another thing
and
that
just to add on to that, brother, not to cut you. I just want to add one more thing before you spill. I know you got something interesting to say behind it. Those that are hungry and are entrepreneur driven, you know what I'm saying, that want to get a job dealing with 1099 or independent contracting, third party contracting businesses is a whole nother issue because you gotta undergo a background check just to be able to get on these companies' warehouse docks in order to load your truck. So now being down, even if you working by yourself and you found a lane by yourself, you still got to go through a situation of being ostracized because you got to pass the background check. And even though they say the background check is not going past 7 years, it's BS because if you have a certain kind of crime, like with me, a life was taken in my crime. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's not because I'm not proud of what happened, but I paid my debt to society and I have a right to speak about it because it is my life. So, yeah, a life was taken in my crime. I can't bring them back. I express my remorse. You know what I'm saying? You know, I did my time for it. But yet, y'all stopping every chance a person has to try to grow and develop and have some type of independence or some type of financial freedom, you know what I'm saying? You know, or freedom. You know, they're taking everything away from you. They're taking everything away from you. And then a lot of people that have felonies, y'all limited to construction and stuff like that. So if you limited to construction, you have to get your OSHA 30, which is almost $300 you have to get. They didn't want you to get your SACT, which is another $300 something. So that's almost $600 you're paying just to get in the field, just to work minimum wage.
Okay, so I'm gonna break a couple of things down real quick. Everything that he's just saying, is 100% on point. Pay attention. I'm gonna tell y'all why we have the big disconnect in our communities that we have. Okay, first I'm gonna explain something. It's called generational wealth. That's when you pass down wealth to the next generation. Obviously, what it sounds like, right? What they're trying to create in our communities is generational poverty. They're trying to create situations where if I commit a crime, if I do something, it hopefully it can be bad enough that the thing that I do can now affect my children. And now 9 times out of 10, the way that's going to affect my children is in a negative way. So now they might go out and commit a crime also that might affect their children. So they're trying to create a generational poverty. That's one. But the real reason, I'm gonna explain this. This is what y'all gotta listen. Please pay attention. The real reason why they didn't want to transfer his wife, he's right. It had nothing to do with her. But he's wrong about why they didn't want to give him the transfer. They don't want to give him the transfer because he is a felon. You know what they need in New York City right now? They need grunt work people. They need a lot of people that can go out and do OSHA work. People that can go out and be security guards. People that can go out and do grunt work. So I'm telling you right now, New York City does not want their felons who they don't think is going to commit more crimes to leave the city. They've done. Okay, so when you get you had a parole officer, right? You know what a parole officer's main job is? To see if you're liable to go back to prison. So now when they figure out that you are a felon, but you also there's a very small chance you're gonna commit another crime, they need you to stay in the city. They need you to stay in the city because they need you to be the construction workers. They need you to help build the infrastructure of the city. So there's a good chance that the reason why they denied her is because they don't want to let him go. Because they need him here in hopes that he could become part of the mules. I used to be a mule. A lot of us mules, I'll tell you how we look. We usually real strong looking dudes walking down the street looking like we ready to break bricks in half. That's how we usually look because we usually have jobs where we're lifting up heavy stuff all day. Our jobs is basically to work out. So a lot of us mules are strong as shit, all right? So watch who you outside trying to fight. Just because they look old, that don't mean that they can't whoop your ass. I just want to keep that clear real quick.
That's a good point.
Another thing I wanted to bring up is in California, they have this new thing. See, in California, they have the reverse, manual labor. That's what they want. In California, they have a reverse issue. So in California, they have a bill that they just had signed. I think it passed that said that your employer cannot look up your criminal history, period.
Yup. And it's crazy because that's a good point that you made because the lawyer and the client are supposed to have confidentiality. If it was a case that happened where a guy admitted to his lawyer that he committed a crime that somebody did.
We can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Okay, I said that was a good point and issue you just raised because it was a case a few years back where a guy admitted to his lawyer of committing a murder that somebody was on death row for. And that person's time to, on this planet is running out. So the lawyer, he could have either just told when his client told and they got too far but forever from practicing the law and in the country because of the lawyer-client confidentiality clause that you have and the oath that you take for that. You know what I'm saying? But it was a case where an innocent guy had like a week left to live before he could be executed. Miraculously, the guy that confessed to his lawyer of committing that crime with a case ends up passing away. So when he passed away, the lawyer immediately went and told, what he had told with other kids, he ended up saving that guy's life. Getting that guy exonerated. Yeah, so
salute to that lawyer. Hold on. Can we give a salute to that lawyer? What up, official? I didn't do no morning shout outs today. Yo, but on some real shit, can we give a shout out to that lawyer for saving that man's life? That's a whole fact though.
Also, Jack Kross, my brother, I got a lot of respect for people, got a lot of love, you know what I'm saying, whatever. These topics that we touch, you know what I'm saying, I think, we would couple up and get together, sit down, record it, put it on everybody's platform, everybody give a feel.
We could do that. We could do that. We could do wait, hold on. One, we could do that. All we have to do is get everybody together. You already know. I'm not doing shit on there's a thing on Saturday that CK might not be able to make it. All we gotta do is get a time and a place. Copy?
Yeah, but I want to do that as soon as possible because I want to tell you more about what my thoughts is and I'll share that with you, on a more of a personal level.
Copy.
But after what we get to experience and the things that everything like that, feeling the break so good. I think it'd be real powerful for us to like sit down like on like a I don't know, like a show like type of
I would love to invite everybody back up to the studio, but I can't currently. We got a couple breaks off because of some bullshit, but it is what it is. Shout out to you dudes. But when am I not available? Oh, wait, hold on, just on some real shit. Am I not? I'm always available for y'all, ain't I? Like whenever somebody want to hit me, need something, anything, I'm almost always available. So you already know what it is. Let's do that. You feel me? All y'all gotta do is figure out what y'all want to do. Everybody figure out who's gonna be there.
That's something like me, you, and a couple other people. It don't even have to be the same individual because of a lot of stuff that's going on.
My point is, you pioneer it. I'm in.
Copy. We'll put it together. Try to have that.
Is that?
And you know what I'm saying? I get.
Also, and when you have a free day and you in the city, we gotta link up because there's some things that I want to do, and we gotta link up. When you in the city, we gotta link up. There's some things that I want to do.
Well, check it. I'm in the city right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the city. There's a lot of things that I want to do also, and that's one of the reasons why I was going to call you. But that time you reached out to me speaking right now. So once you finish your platform, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to your platform, everybody that's following Morning Coffee, that's following Jack for. Appreciate Shawn, a real good dude. Shout out to him, man.
Appreciate you.
Know what I'm saying? You know, y'all also follow Coffee Network for more Let's. Yeah, I got some good ideas, man. I can see each other audience, that's the thing. Whatever happens on my lunch break or whenever you have time, if I don't get you recording, hit me. I want to share these ideas. And the fact I share with you, I know exactly you'll be with helping me make that to a reality.
Yeah, we could definitely try to make some shit happen. That's a whole fact. You already know. You already know.
I definitely think you'll like what I got to say.
And yo, I might go to this thing tonight, right?
Right.
If you offer work and you could pull up, I'm telling you, it'll be good. It'll be good for you if you want to pull up. It's on you.
All right.
All right.
All right. So we get up. Finish your the morning call. You know, and I'm a definitely God with you when I got time. But how long did you go to the morning call?
Okay, this is how this works. I have actually a really good memory, but I have to remember a lot of shit. So sometimes I forget shit. So I'm telling you right now, you my brother, Mel Kross. You could call me at any time.
No question. All right. So as soon as I'm available, I hope you know what I'm saying. You know, I'm gonna just call you. Even if you're still doing something,
that's what it is. That's a whole fact.
All right.
Yeah.
So y'all all have a blessed weekend. Thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for having me. Shout out to the Road Jack BBNNETWORK and the Morning Coffee. Salute y'all. Thank you.
Appreciate you, my brother. Later. I hit him with his bags by accident. I always press the button too early. I am bad at that. And go check out the Kross TV network. That's Kross with a K. We fucks with them. That's the fam. I don't know what more to say. I mean, what are you talking about? Shout out to Kross. We didn't even do morning roll call today. I know a lot of y'all see me jumpy and everything. I gotta get a new computer. The computer's the issue. I gotta get a new computer. I know everybody see me jumpy, so we got a problem. Anyway, what up, Black Wolf? How you doing today? What up, Denise Cologne, Deshaun Ragsdale, DSTN, Almond Brown? So, how you doing, baby girl? Okay, yo, we starting this shit mad late, so I know people probably in here now that don't usually hear the morning roll call. But I'm gonna say what's up to a couple of people. Then we're gonna keep it pushing. What's up, James S? How you doing today? What up? Who else we got up in here? Vic Star. Vic Star says, first of all, we love Vicks. Vic Star says, good morning, Frost and all the BBN family. Be right back. She's posting. Shout out to Shay Lacey. What up, Shay Lacey? What up, Ron Durr? How you doing, my brother? What up, C Graph? How you doing? What up, Soto Zen? Haven't seen you in a while, Soto. Soto says, good morning. I hit that like Only love over here. That's what it is, my brother. Appreciate you. What up, Foul Talk Brooklyn podcast? He says Red Hook Brooklyn up in here. Salute the Red Hook. That's a fact. What up, Big Hats? Big Hat says my car's on E, and it's like I'm hitting every red light trying to make the gas station. Big Hats, keep us posted. Oh man, yo, what up? Who else we got? Hold on. I thought I was gonna read that. What up, Kelly Cersei? How you doing today, Kelly? Kelly says, good morning, Jack. Loving you, GT California. I don't know what GT mean, but you know, salute to California. That's a whole fact. What up, Monica Kendra Whitehead? Who else we got up in here? Anybody else up in here before I start? I'm seeing the same names over and over again. What up, that dude that got hit with his bags? What up to the bags? Shout out to the bags that was thrown. Shout out to everybody that threw a bag today. Can we throw a couple of more bags, please? What up, Susan Bortz Bradell? How you doing? What up, Natasha Johnson? TGIF. That's a whole fact. What up, Why Not Music? Salute. Anyway, what up, Lawrence? Rail King, Prince to Amir. Salute. Let me get to the donations that already came this morning. What up, Angel Crispin? Let me get to the donations that already came this morning so we can keep it pushing. Shout out to, I'll go to the one that came first. Shout out to Vic Star. With the $35 drop, she says, nah, fucking computer. She says, BBN Way with the $35 drop. Appreciate you. Shout out to Vic Star. Ain't she beautiful, y'all? And shout out to Prince to Amir. I be covering up y'all stuff because there's just too many weirdos. With the $10 drop, appreciate you, my brother. I'm gonna send you a thumbs up. All right. Shout out to Ladybug. Brim. Shout out to Money Brim. Slew. He keep throwing up Ladybug. Shout out to Ladybugs. Could we get some Ladybugs up in this comment section, please? I'd appreciate that. Could we get some Ladybugs up in this comment section? Alright, so me and Mel Kross, we just talked about what we just talked about a minute ago. Definitely love hearing from the brother. I like having the brother on the program. I like having all the brothers on the program, not for nothing. I just the beefing shit is just hard for me. I don't really care for the beefing at all. Shout out to William Somerville with the $5 drop with the shades on. William Somerville has the shades on. No one knows what his eyes are doing. He might be having the squinty Clint Eastwood eyes under those shades and that smirk. What up, Billy? Yeah, nobody knows what William Somerville is doing. He's pretty sneaky. That's pretty sneaky, sis. Yeah, let's get some ladybugs up in there. That's a whole fact. That's our favorite. Don't let nobody tell you different. That's a whole fact. What was I talking about? Why do I do that? Oh man, I just had a moment. What is this? It just had a moment. Anyway, stop laughing so hard. Tears is coming out. There's a couple of things I wanted to talk about today with y'all. Anyway, the first thing is, could we get a round of applause for Snoop Dogg? Could we get another round of applause for Snoop Dogg? And I'm gonna explain why. Do you just see the conversation that me and Mel Kross just had a second ago? For everybody that just got in here and y'all missed it, we just had Mel Kross on the program for about 30 minutes. For everybody that missed it, we just had Mel Kross on the program for about 30 minutes. Now I'm gonna explain something to y'all real quick and why what Mel Kross is talking about and what it makes it even worse what Oprah and Gail what the fuck is her name? Gail, what's her name? Gail, what's her name? What's her last name? Gail Thomas? Wait, is her last name Gail? Gail King? Is it Gail King? Y'all have no idea. I know we're gonna keep it moving. Anyway, so when I explain I'm gonna explain why it's so bad what Oprah and what Gayle King is doing. What they're doing is really terrible. The thing that me and Mel Kross was just talking about was generational poverty. We wasn't talking about it, isn't just directly talking about it, but we was discussing different ways in which they use different mechanisms in society to keep us impoverished. You understand what I'm saying? So when we have somebody who have generational wealth and you're ruining their image even after they die, you get it? We're gonna hold these people back. But even when those people make it, we got to make sure that by the time they expire, we destroy their whole name. I'm going to say that again. We have to keep these people down. And for the few that actually do make it, we have to destroy their name. Before Kobe Bryant, who was the last black person to die and name not get tarnished? Muhammad Ali? Who was the last black celebrity to die and they not try to tarnish his name? Anybody can think of anybody? Can anybody think of anybody? Because I can't off the top of my head think about Pops. I guess that's it. Pops. I can't think of another one. It seems like every single time a black person dies, their name get dragged through the mud. It seems like every single time a black person gets old, a black celebrity gets old, their name gets dragged through the mud. And that's why what Gayle King did with that Kobe Bryant situation is so bad. Because at the end of the day, with the exception of this one incident, please, somebody name me something negative about Kobe Bryant other than the fact he don't pass. Just one negative thing about Kobe Bryant. Please, tell me one negative thing that you could think about Kobe Bryant other than the fact that he don't pass. And I'm only slightly joking when I say that, because I can't stand people that don't pass. I want the ball too. Shout out to Kobe. Salute. That's a fact. That was a lion. So that just goes to show you how deeply they want to control our minds. They take Kobe, somebody that what can you say negative about Kobe other than that one situation? You're gonna get mad at him because his wife is not black? Oh, so you're a racist. You're gonna get mad at him because he beat your team in the finals? Oh, you're a hater. Because these aren't reasons to actually be upset at anybody. I mean, I hate Michael Jordan, right? But I don't hate Michael Jordan. It's just from a competitive standpoint, I can't stand the dude because I was a Knicks fan. But the other day, I unlocked something on my NBA on my 2K, and now I can use Jordan's team when I play in the second tier. And guess what I do when I play in the second tier? I use Jordan. You get it? So the point at which I'm trying to make is there's a thing. Watch, if they're gonna watch when something happen to Jordan, or when Jordan gets too old, watch, they're gonna go at him too. All of the dirty laundry is gonna come out of nowhere. And it's gonna be shit that don't really matter to us regular folk because we're not in their personal lives. Why didn't Gayle King talk about Harvey Weinstein? She's in like a million pictures with this dude, with other women, and the other women generally look uncomfortable. Hold on. Let me tell you. Let me show y'all something. I'm gonna show y'all something real quick. I hope I saved that shit. Nah, man. Whenever people text me, I just always assume it's some bullshit. I ain't gonna lie to you. Whenever people text me nowadays, I just be like, oh man, this is about to be some bullshit. Whenever they DM me, whenever anybody DM me, I'll be like, oh man, it's about to be some bullshit. Hold on. I think Snoop got it on his page. Give me 1 second. I gotta find out who page it was on. Eh. I'm totally surprised. And then after that, I want to show y'all this police officer abusing this child, and I want to explain my position on it. And I want to explain my position on it. I think Snoop had it up. A couple of people had the thing up. Oh wait, who that? I just think that's a nice pattern. I think that's a. I think that's yeah. The people be like, "Yo, Jack is live. Let me hit his DMs." I think that's a very nice pattern. Let me get out of here. Oh, I gotta go in there. I gotta find Snoop. There he goes. I go to his page. Mm, somebody else had it up. Hold on. I know I'm taking a second. Give me 1 second. I want to show y'all something. I seen this picture today. I thought I saved it so I can go look at it, but obviously I didn't. Bossy probably had it up. Bossy. Shout out to Bossy Addict T. I can't go to her page because the people that be on her page hate my guts. And so if I go over there, it's gonna be just unnecessary arguing. So I don't go. I don't go anywhere where it's unnecessary arguing. It's a whole fact. Like if I ever think, like if I be like, oh man, it's gonna be a whole bunch of unnecessary arguing, I don't go there. I advise you not to go either. Okay, so let me try mice on. Spoiler alert, maybe. Let me try mice on. Shout out to my song. My song got honored by the Bronx Borough President Ruben Diaz Jr. the other day. Shout out to that. I can't find it. I wish I could. If I could find it, I'd show y'all. But they have a picture with Gayle King in a picture with what's this dude name? With Harvey Weinstein. And in the picture with Harvey Weinstein, uh Gail is with another female, and the female Harvey got his arm around her or something like that. So when Harvey got his arm around her, you can see the girl, and she's just like this. She's an actress and she's a lady. I can't remember her name. That's another reason why I wanted to show you. Patrick N said very nice neutral colors. What are you talking about? I just happen to like blue and red. And some of my favorite people wear blue and red. Is there a problem with that? Did y'all hear about this? It's not on you. I didn't look at it on YouTube. I saw it on Instagram. Oh, you talking about? Oh, you talking about the chick in the bathing suit? Yeah, those was very neutral colors. For everybody that don't know what happened with this Chinese doctor, I'll explain real quick. This is the Chinese doctor that let everybody know that this disease actually was around. They didn't want to let anybody know that the freaking coronavirus was even being spread and was a thing. That guy is the dude that let everybody know that the virus was around. You understand what I'm saying? So he broke code went live or something and let people know what was going on, and then the next thing you know, he ends up dead. He's 27 years old. He was 27 years old, by the way. And coincidentally, like that's one of the main reasons why I would never become a doctor, because I don't want to have to, like, that's dangerous. Like, I don't think people understand how dangerous that is when you're a doctor and you deal with viruses and disease all day. That shit is dangerous. I wouldn't do it. I that's why I gotta salute everybody that does do it. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not going overseas to fight in the war either, because I'm just not doing it. It's not where my strengths lie. I don't. I don't know what I'd do if I, like, if I somebody, was coming to kill me and I killed them. Whatever, shit happened. But if I accidentally killed somebody by accident, and like how these police be shooting people and they be killing them, I don't know if I could live with myself. Like, you understand what I'm saying? I killed somebody innocent. They have a whole family, people that love them. Like, that shit might crush me. You understand what I'm saying? But I kill you, you a bad guy. You try to kill me, nigga. I got you first. I don't got a problem with it. It is what it is at that point. But Instagram also has a history. Ah, man, I wish I knew about it. I don't got time to do all that. I'm just gonna keep flipping and see if I get to it while I talk. But yeah, so that's where I'm at with it. I'm like, hold on. Like, I don't know. Anyway, so the thing we was discussing was, so now you have Gail King. We getting back on the topic or whatever. We just broke for a second as usual. I need a co-host sometimes so I could stay like engaged. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all don't you it's not as easy just standing here talking and staying engaged like sometimes. But if I had a co-host, it'd be easier for me to be engaged. So the thing that I was trying to say is that basically when you have a situation where we're talking about generational poverty like we were this morning, shout out to Bree's in the house. Well, we was talking about generational poverty, right? That's what me and Mel Kross was talking about this morning. If you go back to the earlier part of the show, I believe for about 30 minutes, in the first 40 minutes of the show, we had Mel Kross. Mel Kross called in. Actually surprised me. I didn't know he was going to be calling in. So Mel Kross called in and we spoke. That's Kross with a K. Shout out to Mel Kross. Go check him out on the Mel Kross TV network, by the way. Kross TV network. Go check him out. So I wanted to ask him a couple of questions about something else too, because there's this dude that is supposed to be a tough guy, and like there's like a ton of people who've been like, "Yo, let's trying to shoot the fair one with him," and dude been running, and so now the story is dude ain't even in New York City no more. So anyway, so now the story is dude ain't even in New York City no more. So salute to you, okay? Salute to you. Yeah, he talk mad tough on the internet, but dude ain't even in New York City no more. Nigga left. So part of my language. But he got a ton of people on the internet think he a tough guy. So that's the thing that killed me. Oh God, ton of people on the internet think he a tough guy. He just ran out of New York City. Shout out to you. I got tons of. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, so let's get to the next topic. The Gail King thing. I guess we're clear on that. Anybody else got any opinions on that whole Gail King thing? I think we should just cancel her. I think we should just First of all, could I make something clear? Gail King and Oprah Winfrey don't make content for our demographic. They don't make content for our demographic. Gail King and Oprah Winfrey, they just pander to us every now and then. They don't care about what's going on with us, okay? In my opinion, I could be wrong. This is just my opinion. I just don't think that Gail King and Oprah care about what's going on with us. Period. Look, Okay, I'm not. Okay. So this is the point. I don't talk negative about them, right? Because like there's a ton of people I don't care for that I just don't really speak on. So you don't never really hear me talk about them. So let's say I don't like somebody, but they do some good shit, and we talking about some shit, and it's the good shit that they did. Even if I don't like you, I'm gonna give you your credit. Like I'm not a BS N word. Even if I don't like you, if you went and you did some dope shit, I'm gonna give you credit for what you did because I'm a man. I don't know no other way to put it. Right? So if you've ever heard me talk positively about Gayle King or Oprah in the past, it's because they were probably doing something that we were discussing, and that was a positive thing. Like when Gayle King had the interview with R. Kelly, and the shit happened with the R. Kelly thing. Okay, Gail, we love you for that. Okay? Yes, thank you. We love you for that. But just because you got that win off of R. Kelly, that doesn't mean now you go try to find another black guy that got some problem with somebody saying something about some kind of rape or molestation. I'm going to explain something real quick. Please grasp this if possible. I don't know how well I'm going to be able to put my words together. Right? Um, so just bear with me real quick as far as this whole Gayle King shit go. A lot of people wanted to know which was the next court case that I was gonna cover. Right? I gotta explain this to y'all. I'm a different breed of a dude. Right? If I tell you I care, I really do care. It's not fake. When I started covering the Treyway case, I wasn't covering the Treyway case for money. What a lot of y'all might not know is most of the videos that I've made that made me the most money on this channel has not been Takashi. I have like one or two, maybe three Takashi videos that did really well and made me money. But the majority of the Takashi videos that I do really don't make me money. I just cover the Takashi because in our community, we have people that want Takashi to be covered. Do you get it? Shout out to James S with the $5. I think this is Petty. I think it's Petty Drive. I think he says with the 504 drop, he says payback for Bree's donation the other day. Copy. I say he's paying it back. So the reason why I didn't cover more cases isn't because I don't want to. It's hard for me to see our black brothers go to jail, even when it's shit y'all did. Like nobody died in this Treyway case. And so even though there was an attempted murder, so there was a person that was supposed to actually be murdered that wasn't. I get that. But nobody actually died in the Treyway case. So with the exception of that attempt murder, it's hard for me to watch my black brothers being sent and going to jail. So that's why I haven't covered more court. Just so y'all know. I don't think that I would like that was difficult for me. You understand what I'm saying? And I actually got to speak with and got to talk with a couple of these guys, and I think that I have pretty decent relationships with a couple of them, and I think I do. I could be wrong, but I think I do. And these dudes seem like solid guys. You understand what I'm saying? So that's just tough for me. Like even though they're not family to me, that's tough for me to watch our black men going to jail. So that's why the channel's been a little slow lately. Just so y'all know. Shout out to Bree Power with the 505 drop. She says, I'm gonna let you finish, James S. Sorry, Frost, continue. Shout out to y'all. um, what up, Brooklyn born? Hold on. Joe Patton said, oh, in all due respect, shout out to Bayv and check them on and see you, Mr. Frost. Lovely day. Who's Bayv? Um, so yeah, so that's why I haven't been doing more court cases. Um, I've never been to prison, but I've been to jail. Right? A couple of times. I locked up, got in trouble, once or I did weekends where it was my fault, and then I did months where it was not my fault. So shout out to that. Um, and it was just difficult for me to watch them young men, you know, and those families lose. And it might not seem like it was. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm telling you. You understand what I'm saying? As y'all probably seen, a lot of the traffic on this channel has dropped off. I just couldn't make it to some of the cases. I couldn't make it to some of the court dates because it just it's a wait. I don't know what way to put it. Shout out to James S with the petty drive. First of all, shout out to Bree Powell with the petty drive. Before that, I didn't call it what it was. This petty wars is going on right now with Bree Powell and James S. And Bree Powell dropped the $6, the $5.05, and James S has dropped the $2, the $7.02. So salute to that. Big Hats, why is that blue? Hey, Big Hats, what country are you from? Big Hats drops the $4.99 drop. Says what's prettier than going backwards. Wait, why is it blue though? It should be blue. It should be green. Anyway, um, so I just want to give everybody an update on that. Also, just so we could be clear, um, before I say this, Complex. Also, go check out Complex. Go check out my man Shawn Setaro. Um, they put together some good stuff over there on Complex regarding the Tekashi case. Um, Vix. They put together some good stuff regarding the Tekashi case, and they also have this series that they're putting out right now. Let me go get the name of it. I want y'all guys to go check it out. They actually spoke with me. I don't know if if they're gonna actually use any of the what they got, any of my conversation that they got from me, because they probably was like, he's too pro gang. I'm dead serious. They was probably like, he's too pro gang. And it's not that I'm pro gang, I'm pro our people, like not just our people color wise, like our people, like where we live, our people in our area. I'm pro our area. And you can't tell me about a crime without also explaining to me why we live in a society where people feel like there's a need for them to be committing some of these crimes, because some of these crimes that are being committed are because you got people at home hungry. You got grown men that can't get a job because they got because of their criminal record, that they not even involved in criminal activity no more. You got individuals that they can't even, we can't even walk in a damn store without getting followed. You don't know the difference between a fucking crackhead and just a regular dude. Like what in the hell? So we have a lot of different challenges. So I don't know if they're gonna use any of what I said, but I'm also pleased that they didn't use it in the first 2 episodes, because then that means that maybe what I said held a little bit more gravity if they actually do decide to use it. So we'll see what happens. I don't have the slightest idea, but I'm supposed to be on it. It's on Spotify. It's by Complex, and it's narrated by Angie Martinez. I forget that I know people sometimes. Like I'm so much of the guy that I don't be like, yo, I'm so much the guy that I don't be like, yo, I know this person, I know that person. Like I'm not that guy. You understand? If you ever hear me say, yo, I know that person, I'm not stunting. Unless I literally say I'm stunting. Unless I literally say to you, I'm stunting, I'm not stunting. I forgot the name of it. Anybody know what the name of it is? Oh, you live in Queens now? All right, that's what it is. It's called the infamous Infamous, the story of Tekashi 6ix9ine. That's what it's called. Go check it out. I am so terrible at texting. I'm sitting here trying to text somebody something because they asked me a simple question, and I swear to you, I just wrote a paragraph. I'm so bad at texting. If you are ever texting with me and you get a misunderstanding, it's probably because I'm bad at it. Um, I probably did not mean unless I just straight up be like, "Yo, I don't fuck with you." You feel me? But if I'm not doing that, it's probably just a misunderstanding. I freaking text somebody this whole morning. See, Vix texts with me. I'm terrible at it. I text somebody this morning. We're gonna have somebody call in right now. From the Spotify show, from the Spotify show on Complex. We're gonna have a Complex writer call in and talk about it right now. So shout out to that. Kendu said his donation is questionable. Laugh out loud. That's why it's blue. I'm questioning it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Sometimes y'all make comments, and the only reason why I read it is so I can give a response. Hey, what's up, my brother? How you doing this morning?
I'm all right. Are we live, Jack?
We live.
We're live. All right. It's a little weird to talk to you outside of the confines of the Good Marshall Courthouse, but I'll do my best.
Okay. All right. So, real quick, let everybody know who we're talking to, what you do, and where you're at.
Sure. My name is Shawn Setaro. I'm an associate editor at Complex, and I am calling. I've been reporting on the 6ix9ine case basically from when he was arraigned. That first arraignment hearing where, Shadi says, we don't fold, we don't bend, we don't break in the courtroom, about, I think, maybe 4 or 5 days, something like that, 6 days after all the arrests happened. So I've been covering it since then and, looking into the case for months prior to that, but kind of covering it heavy since from then to today. And I'm a writer and reporter on Infamous, the Tekashi 6ix9ine story, a new podcast exclusively on Spotify.
Excellent. So we have an exclusive interview right now. Shout out to Shawn Setaro. Great guy. Got a whole different question. Before you actually started, was at any point has this channel been helpful with any of the anything that is the information over here? What do you think about what we've been doing regarding the Tekashi story is the question.
Sure. BBNNETWORK has been great. Definitely am a regular watcher. And, I will say that, between stuff that's been on the channel and talking with Jack personally, I've definitely gotten information that, months later sometimes actually checks out, hints and rumors and stuff that, at least some of which have definitely come to pass.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nope. Nobody's 100%. He said some in there. So just so we could be clear.
No one's there's definitely stuff that, rumors that later 100% came out to be true. I heard first from, BBN for sure.
Appreciate you. So let us know a little bit about this. About, I believe the name of it is the hold on, the infamous story of Tekashi 6ix9ine. Tell us about tell us a little bit about what y'all got going on Spotify so we can go check it out.
Sure. So Infamous, the Tekashi 6ix9ine story. First off, you can find it on Spotify. Just search for it. You can still get free accounts on Spotify. So, even if you don't have one now, you can sign up and not pay anything. Basically, me and the team, Jack, you definitely know some of the team. We've been, as you know, we've been working hard on this from the beginning, trying to get the whole story, a whole picture of Tekashi, of, his life and the people around him. Obviously the gang stuff is a big part of that, but there is plenty of other stuff as well. For example, episode 1 goes deep into who he was even before he met all those guys in Bed-Stuy, right? How he grew up, the murder of the man he considered his father and the effect that had on him, how he met Scum Gang, how there were actually two crews, both in Brooklyn, both called Scum Gang, and how that ended up getting resolved, and all of that kind of stuff. And then episode 2, which is also out now, we go deep into the 2015 case, which some of your listeners may remember kind of started to poke its head up right as he was getting famous. People, there were all kind of rumors about that, and what was it, and what was this weird case that was surrounding Tekashi, and something about a girl, and I don't really know. We talked to the reporter who really dug into it, went to all the court hearings, looked through all the court documents, read all the stuff, and we get the real story, not only of what happened, but of how Tekashi kind of lied about it once he got famous. So you get the real deal with that. Later episodes go into all kinds of things, in depth into N.O.R.E, into Shadi's background, into obviously some of the famous Beatz, and all kinds of stuff. It's new episodes every Tuesday. We're 2 episodes deep. They're going to be 8 episodes in total and 2 bonus. And actually, for me, as someone who's working on it, the most exciting thing is it is narrated by Angie Martinez.
That's dope. A whole fact though. That's dope. All right, I'm gonna let y'all know that was a whole win. Well, first of all, it sounds to me like the way that y'all said. How many episodes is there gonna be?
It's going to be 8 episodes plus 2 bonus things, which which should be kind of fun, extra stuff with things we couldn't get to while we were kind of telling the full story. Okay. But 8 proper episodes and 2 bonus.
Okay, so basically, y'all already have a narrative. It sounds to me like y'all doing a linear. It's gonna be linear, so y'all gonna say from the beginning, and y'all gonna end up basically that the last episode is basically gonna be the present time, right?
Kind of. You'll have to listen to hear. We do stuff. It's not just a linear timeline. This happened in October, this happened in November. It's also grouped by theme, by subject. Like, one episode we concentrate on his beefs. One episode might be, his relationship to the gang, whatever. So it's organized in different ways in each episode. We really tried to make each episode distinctive, not just in terms of what it's about, but even in terms of how it sounds.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a unique project. There are elements of a linear timeline, and you can understand it, but it's also grouped by subject.
Okay, that's what it is. That's what's up. So the first one was basically about our introduction to what Tekashi 6ix9ine was doing before his explosion, I'm guessing. You said the second episode was about when he got involved with Scum Gang, that there was 2 Scum Gangs. So I'm guessing the next episode is probably gonna have more to do with how he got involved with Treyway. Could you give us a little?
So episode 2, which is out now, has a little bit about how he first got connected to N.O.R.E, and it delves into this, like the use of a child in sexual performances case from 2015, and how that came back when he got famous. Episode 3, which is about to come out, goes into the structure of what N.O.R.E is and its relationship to the rap world, and we learn about Shadi. You learn about his whole past, how he grew up, his family, his history, and a little bit about what his relationship was like with 6ix9ine.
Okay.
You know, Shadi is a crucial person in this story, as your listeners obviously know. And, you know, we try to give listeners an idea of, you know, how he grew up and who he is.
And while we just speaking about Shadi, let me say something real quick. We did an interview with Fool Banger. On that interview, Fool Banger made some accusations. I made videos about the accusations that Fool Banger made. I'm not saying that Fool Banger's accusations are 100% correct, but now that we have more understanding about how the forensics worked, we have a better understanding of why Fubenga could have initially thought Shadi snitched on him, because you was obviously in court with me the day that they had the forensic expert talk about how the telecommunications things work, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we talked. This had to do with Harv basically, but there was a cell phone expert in court who talked about, you know, Harv's cell phone and how it showed that he was at the scene of 2 of the crimes that he was convicted of.
Okay, but for this particular conversation that we're having right, that is what happened though. That's a factual. That's a whole factual statement. But for this particular conversation that we're having, I want to just highlight that they spoke about how the government can go to the actual phone company to get old records. They don't need your actual physical phone. Right?
Yeah, for sure. I think they had, I don't remember if they had Harv's phone or not to get, they had Harv's phone obviously to get text messages and things they showed, but I don't know if they had, you know, his phone to get his records for everything. But yeah, for sure, they definitely went direct to the phone company to get records of some things.
Okay, so my belief is what Fubenga got confused with is because they had that information from Shadi's phone, Fubenga just thought that they had to physically have the phone. So he blamed Shadi, which he was already mad at because they didn't bail him out.
Well, I mean, I can't comment on that. You know, obviously that's, you know, I don't know what was in Fubenga's head other than what he told you.
Yeah.
I know that they did get several phones from Shadi during the court. The government had several phones from Shadi, not all of which they could unlock. I know they were trying to unlock them literally up until the last minute.
There was 3 phones.
There were 3 phones. Yep.
And I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think 2 of them was unlocked and 1 they couldn't. I'm not 100% sure on that.
That sounds right. I'd have to, you know, go back and double check. But yeah, I know there was one in particular that they like couldn't unlock, and they went, you know, third-party vendors and all this stuff, and it was like right up to the line, you know, to have it. I think they ended up not having it unlocked in time for trial.
Copy. 1 second, Shawn. Could we not argue? Could y'all not try to get each other's addies? Do me a favor. This is the BBN Network. Could y'all cut the nonsense out in the chat? Ain't nobody pulling up on nobody. We about peace and love over here, okay? Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Y'all the best. All right, so back to what we talking about.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, we get episode 3, which is coming up, definitely gets into, like I said, a lot of, you know, establishes a bunch of Shadi's kind of background and some very interesting things about, you know, him growing up in his childhood and kind of stuff that I think, you know, people will give people kind of hopefully a more well-rounded view of him as a person.
Yeah, definitely. And the last thing I just wanted to point out is I just think that Fubenga thinks that the information came directly from Shadi and Shadi's phones, but the information was from like 5 or 6 years ago. And I think that there's a good chance that the FBI just went directly to the phone company.
Yeah, again, I don't want to comment on that.
Yeah, I know you don't want to talk about it. I just wanted to bring that up real quick because people think I hate Shadi. I don't hate Shadi. I don't have a problem with the guy. But yeah, I know that there are a lot of people that think that I hate him because I did the Fubenga interview and Fubenga said what he said. Anyway, let's get off of that. I'm not trying to get you caught up. So just besides that, wait, hold on. So y'all spoke to some of his family members so we could get a more of a understanding of who he is, because in all fairness,
well, let me say this. You know, there are family members. conversations with, but not on the record. All of this stuff is from like publicly available information and reporting, you know, and so I don't want to, you know, I don't want to give the impression that we have talked to, you know, that there are people on the record who are not. Like, all of this is verifiable stuff from our reporting. And, you know, after people listen, if they want to talk to me, I'm happy to, like, talk about how we know what we know and all of this. But, you know, it's all from kind of very deep diving reporting.
Copy. And just so everybody can understand, I've been trying to talk to them too. They don't want to put his business out there into the public. So they're real hush hush on a lot of things, and usually if they do speak about something, they do ask you to not make it public because they don't want they won't want it public. I've been trying to get them to make public statements just at all, because I'm pretty sure that the people that love him could give us a better understanding of who he is. And there's a lot of people that are saying negative things about him. It would be nice to have some people come out and say positive things, because nobody's all negative. So
yeah, I mean, we talk to people who are his friends and who, you know, are on his side. Definitely, they are represented in the episode for sure.
Copy. All right. Anything else you want to add about the show?
Yeah, I mean, this is really the whole story. We've worked, as Jack well knows, for over a year on this, and you know, it gets so no matter how deep you are in the story, whether you are vaguely aware, oh, that's the crazy looking kid who got arrested, or you've been following every twist and turn, you will learn something in this, and you will find it fascinating. We worked really hard to make it accessible to, you know, all levels of people who will be following the case, from people who wear the court every day like Jack to people who, like I said, maybe just are kind of vaguely aware, you know Gummo and, you know sort of what he looks like. You will learn something. You'll be fascinated. I think it's the craziest hip-hop related story of the past couple of years, and we worked hard to tell it, you know, in a way that does it justice. So you can find it on Spotify, Infamous, the Tekashi 6ix9ine story. And yeah, thanks for having me on, Jack, and thanks for, you know, all your support throughout this whole process. I catch all of this, you know, some of the shout outs to my reporting in your videos.
Yeah, you know,
and it always makes me smile.
Yeah, you know I fucks with you, man. Yo, I love having you on, man. So if there's ever any, like, I want to have you on more frequently. That's all I'm saying. So
for sure, let's make it happen.
That's what it is. This is our peoples right here. All right, this is Shawn Setaro. This is our peoples. Y'all go check out his freaking his reporting on Complex. Go check out the jump off they got going on Spotify. Dude is lit. That's a whole fact. Appreciate you, my brother.
All right, Jack. Thanks. Talk to you soon, buddy.
Later. We need to start calling up people more often, because I actually do know a lot of people. No, we're not fighting over. What are y'all even fighting over? He told you a joke, big hats. Get out of here. The shit was green. The shit was blue. The shit should have been green. Everybody is wondering why the damn thing was blue, big hats. We fuck with you though, you fam. It's okay. Big Hats is mad about this shit. He's like, why are you trying to make fun of my money? Shout out to Liberty Hazelton. Oh, man, he got the cowboy look. Liberty Hazelton, I know what Liberty Hazelton just did. Liberty Hazelton started low on purpose. Liberty Hazelton came to play. He came to pay. He started low on purpose. Anytime you throw up those eyes, that means petty war. Yeah, so we had Shawn Setaro come on. He's a Complex lead writer. Shout out to him. I meant to have him come on previously. I want to do a whole show with Shawn, be honest with you. He's dope. He's dope. Yeah, I think I should start calling more people because I do know a lot of people. I just don't. I just don't. I'd be like, that person don't want to come on no little BBN channel. You got better things to do. You got wives to hump. I don't know. Oh man. Um, excellent comeback from yesterday. Appreciate you, Shy. Um, we had no disrespect. Salute, big hats. Salute. No disrespect, you're brimming. Salute. Bree Powell says, James S. You thought I forgot. She dropped the 808. She with the 808 drop. And then she got the big eye. She ain't even like, she looking like this. Hold on. So Bree Powell dropped her 808 on the petty walls, and then she looking at him like this. That's what the big eyes mean, by the way. Why you doing him like that, Bree? Yo, Bree, why you doing him like that? Why you doing like that, Bree? Yo, y'all want to know something real funny, real quick? I just want to go off subject for 1 second. You know, there's a channel that makes fun of us, right? Because we do things and we celebrate the individuals over here that donate to the channel. We celebrate y'all. Why you think I say your name? I celebrate y'all. We celebrate y'all. Y'all guys are dope. You understand what I'm saying? When we do morning roll call, I celebrate y'all. Y'all guys came here early before the show even started. I want to call your name out. I want to say your name. I want to celebrate you. You feel me? So there's another channel that makes fun of us, but they do the same thing. They stole the shit that we do and then make fun of the fact that we doing it. What kind of shit is that? Shout out to James S with the 909 drop. He said, we love Bree, which we do. Bree is dope. Let's get to something. And I see what you did there, by the way, James S. That was petty. I see what you did there, James S. That was petty. What up, Liberty? What up, Black Wolf with the $10 drop? Hiding behind in the bushes with the Clint Eastwood eyes. There was something else I wanted to talk to y'all about. Also, shout out CK. Shout out all of the brothers. Shout out Mel Kross. Shout out Killer Kev. All of the brothers. Shout out Wildcat. All of the brothers. Shout out to all the brothers. You feel me? Everybody out here that's on the internet trying to do their thing without trying to destroy other people. You understand what I'm saying? That's real man shit. When you trying to win, but you're not actively trying to Bree Powell with the $12 drop. Oh man, with the super petty eye and the big eyes at the same. What is going on with Bree? Is salty. Bree is extremely salty. I want to show y'all something. Shout out to Patrick N. Patrick N seen what Patrick N seen what James S was doing. Patrick N took it to the next level. Patrick N with the 20 drop. And Patrick N petty wars. And Patrick N ain't like this like Bree Powell was. Patrick N is like this. Let's get it. Yeah, we got 34 dislikes. Why? Yo, at this point, people gotta be like this. They sleeping at home. I laid the wrong way. They sleeping at home and shit, because they probably don't gotta. They sleeping at home and they like, 9 o'clock. Jack Frost, the notification go off. They just pop in here. Hold on. Dislike and then go back to sleep. And shout out the big hats with the appropriate green. By the way, with the $5 drop, and he says, I went to Checkers and my fries cold. I'm tight right now. Well, first of all, you went to Checkers. That's why you should be tight. They food is not consumable. Stop eating at Checkers. Be mad at me if you want. Stop eating that. Throw the food away. Be happy the fries is cold. Go somewhere else. Shout out to Checkers though. That was not a real shout out. Shout out to Black Wolf. with the $20.21. Hold on. So Patrick N donated $20.20 because Patrick N was being petty, right? To James S. Right? And I think he was doubling up, to be honest with you. Then Black Wolf comes up out of nowhere and says, you know what? I got an extra penny. And he donated $20.20. Shout out to y'all. Black Wolf, that was petty. Oh man. Yo, let me show y'all something real quick. I'm gonna show y'all something, and then I want y'all to give me y'all opinion on this, right? I want y'all to give me y'all opinion on this. I'm about to show y'all something, and I want y'all opinion. What do y'all think about this thing? Really? Are you serious? If I don't find my car, you just saw all these people go through the door. You allowed them. I did not. Please don't touch me. Don't try to walk out. Don't touch me. Listen. Don't touch me. What are you doing? Listen. Do not. Don't touch me. Are you serious? I'm trying to go home. You said no, I can't go home? Are you insane? You're gonna arrest me for trying to go home. I'm not doing anything. Are you serious? That's exactly right, yeah. You really want to do that? Exactly right, yeah. That's great. Thank you. I need some opinions. I need some opinions now. Now I'm gonna show y'all some of the comments that's on the jump off, and then I'm gonna give you my opinion. Can I get some opinions, please? Please. Let me explain the situation how I believe it to be first. And this is just the context that I got from a lot of people have that up, not just my song. This is just the context from what I gathered from the conversation that they was having. Apparently, the door was open and some people came in through the door and didn't pay. The young girl saw the people come in through the door and she came in through the door. The cop stopped her. After the cop stopped her, the young girl then said something regarding to she'll use her pass. The cop told her no. The cop told her just leave. Then the cop forced her to leave. And then the cop also told her that she can't come back to that damn subway station. Can I please have your opinion on this? Now, also, let's take into consideration that this is a young girl. That girl didn't look probably about 12, 13 years old. And yes, she absolutely did push that little girl out the door. That's a fact. Okay, so I'm going to tell you my opinion on this. First of all, let's read some comments because there's this one particular person that is just. All right, so this is some of the comments right there. What's the backstory? That's a good question. I said, not sure yet, but I think the outrage is based more on the treatment of the youth rather than that the child broke a law or not. I think that was an appropriate response. Then we have, it's always something when we are being divided. No wonder evil wins so easily. Let us do something about this unity or we will fall divided. Now, first of all, shout out to Emperor Black. I want to show his page. I only got 4 followers. What the fuck? Nigga, I follow. He probably don't accept nobody's jump off. Shout out to this brother right here. I read a lot of his comments that he have. Whenever I see him drop a comment on my IG, I read it. He's very interesting, very smart. Shout out to this brother right here. He's the one that just left the comment that I'm talking about, and that's this comment. It's always something when we are so divided. No wonder evil wins so easily. Let us do something about this in unity, or we will fall divided. And I want to say something about this before we move on, talking about this cop. And the thing that I want to say is he's 100% right. The reason why our people lose, and when I say our people, I'm not just talking about our people, I'm talking about our people. The reason why our people lose is because of a lack of unity. Now, with our people right here, the reason why we lose is because of a need to destroy ourselves. So we have a lot of people out here that they envy, or they, pardon me, they don't like that whatever. And so what they do is they want to destroy what looks like them. So they want to destroy people who have attributes that they would like for themselves that they don't have. Perfect example. Somebody might see that somebody might have charisma. They might not have the same charisma, but they want that type of charisma, but they don't have it. So what are they going to do? They're going to try to destroy that person's image, try to make that person seem like somebody that they're not. So therefore, they could try to negate whatever type of charisma that individual has. You understand what I'm saying? So that's another reason why I try to tell people it's bigger than arguing on the internet. It's bigger than that. So when I see somebody that's constantly trying to argue with another person on the internet, that tells me more about who they are. When I see a person that's trying to get every YouTube channel to attack one person because of some personal beef they have with them, that tells me like more about what's going on with those individuals. You can't come to me and have me make a video or have me hate on somebody that you have a personal beef with. And like I might do a video on whatever, like if you have a tangible something to complain about, but I'm not gonna go stalk that person for a year. I'm not gonna stalk that person for a month. I'm not gonna stalk that person for a day. I'm not gonna stalk that person for a couple hours. I got shit to do. Even if that shit is nothing. So I just want to point that out. But I want to get to this comment right here. Shout out to Spicy T. Shout out to everybody. I want to show some of the comments on here. Spicy T says, not wondering what happened. When I'm wondering what happened before this. I said me also. Um This person said, I noticed you stay reposting my song without giving your thoughts. I said I have a show on YouTube. We often discuss the topics there. Good point, though. I need to start dropping comments on my posts. I'm trying to tell y'all, trolling don't bother me. I need more context to the story. I said the same thing. My cousin Bernie Mac says, that's my cousin right there. Go sub to Bernie. This is family. Go sub to Bernie. This is family right here. He do personal training also. Go sub to my cuz. He do personal training. If you need to see what he's up to, he do personal training. Go sub to my cuz. That's 120 with each hand. Get the fuck out of here. We're not talking about this guy no more. That's my cuz though. We ain't talking about him no more. This is too much. 120 with one hand. Some of y'all can't bench 120. Anyway, this is the comment I wanted to show y'all, and this is what I mean by this is the comment I wanted to show y'all. Point of info that this happened to me is more once. The difference is when the cop says walk out, you don't just get compatible with the cop, period, because you know it will escalate. She just have walked out and calmed down, then go and for what she had to do. She should have went there. Got to teach people to do better for themselves and not fall victim. Now, I'm gonna explain something real quick. I'm an adult. If I get into a conversation with a 12-year-old, a 13-year-old, a 14-year-old, I gotta hold myself to a certain standard. They're a child. So if I'm an adult, I shouldn't be putting my hands on anybody else's children, especially unnecessarily. And that's just me being an adult, not me being a police officer, where I have a certain standard that I not only have to live up to because I'm an adult, but a whole nother standard that I have to live up to because I'm a police officer. This police officer told this young girl that was trying to go home from school that she couldn't go home. Probably made that girl walk 7, 8 blocks to the next damn train station. That's if the girl knew where the train station was. That's the number one issue I have. I have that issue before pushing her. Because her walking to that other train station could be the difference between somebody scooping her up and throwing her in a van or not, and her family never seeing her again. I'm going to say that again. Making her walk to another station can be the difference between somebody throwing her in a van or not, and her family never seeing her again. Making her walk to the next station could be the difference between her just being somewhere and a stray bullet going off and her getting shot. Do you understand what I'm saying? For everybody that thinks the girl should have just turned around and walked out when the police told her to leave. We supposed to be helping the kids get home. If you're a police officer and you see some teenager coming to hop the damn train to go home, let them on the fucking train. They got people waiting for them. So that's my first issue. That's my first issue. I don't know what other issue anybody else has. But on God, if I find out any police officer prevented my kid from coming home safe, I'm taking this to the highest of the highest of the highest. I need explanations. We need to find out who the fuck this police officer is immediately. Because we should all need explanations on why this young girl was put into harm's way when the train station was right there. You know who else was most likely on that train? Her friends. You know her friends that she probably walks from school to the train with for security purposes? Them. They were most likely in the train station already. I believe so because obviously one of them was recording the situation. And that one person is probably with her to the next station because she left out of there. That's one. That's one. That's the number one issue I have because you're putting the young girl's safety in jeopardy. So now let's talk about all the other issues that I have. The young girl said, can she just use her Metro card? Okay, so when I go to the train, right, and I see the door open, I never walk in. I don't care. I have a in New York City, our unlimiteds look like this, right? I fill the bitch up once a month. Part of my language. I fill it up once a month. This is our unlimiteds. So if I was to hop the train or if I saw the door open and I just walk in and a police officer comes up to me and be like, yo, why didn't you pay? And I'm like, well, I mean, I didn't pay, but I got it unlimited. And then the dude is like, screw that. I'm going to hook you up. I'm going to be like, what? But I'm an adult. I'm going to want him to check and see if I have an unlimited. And if I have an unlimited, say, this is a warning. And then I'll be like, not doing that no more. But when you have a child and the child says, I have a school pass, and then you don't want that child to use that school pass, why? I think this is the biggest misconception that people have about what police officers' jobs actually are. Police officers' jobs are actually to serve and protect. I'm going to say that again. A police officer's job is to serve and protect. Once you send that girl away, you are not protecting her. Once you made her not allow for her to use her Metro card, you are not serving the MTA. So what in the hell was this police officer doing? A police officer's job is to serve and protect. Once the police officer sends that girl out of the station, that young girl out of the station, she is not protecting that young girl. Also, when the police officer told that young girl that she could not use her Metro card, she's not serving the MTA, and that means she's not serving the city. So what in the fuck is her job? What is she doing? We need to find out who this lady is, and we need to hold her and the police and whoever responsible for her actions. Do you want this young lady pulling up on your kids in the middle of the day and one of them been fighting? Somebody might get shot. Kids fight. You want this officer pulling up on your teenage kids that's fighting over, probably two girls fighting over a boy, probably two boys fighting over a girl. Who knows what they fighting over? Some stupidness. You want this police officer pulling up on your kids? One of your kids might end up shot. One of the main things that I think that they have to start teaching kids, pardon me, police officers, is non-violent, to fix a situation with words. That's the best way I could put it. I can't think of the resolution. Non-violent resolution. They need to learn how to resolve shit in a way that doesn't need for them to be bigger than whoever they're talking to. You get what I'm saying? See, this police officer's problem was she needed to make herself bigger than this little girl, not realizing you're already bigger than this little girl just because of your status. This is a badge, by the way. I wasn't trying to honk my own breasts and chest and whatever. Where are the days of if your kid is lost, they can go up to a police officer and ask for help? Where are those days? I mean, yeah, granted, a lot of those days was during the when they was spraying us with water hoses and stopping us from going to school with white people. But the point that I'm talking about is the the idea that when you see a police officer, you're safe. Where the fuck is that idea went? Where's that? That's the America that I want. When we see a police officer, we're safe. Not when we see a police officer, oh man, what kind of bullshit am I about to go through? Now, with all of that being said, I'm gonna be fair and say police officers have a job that I would not want for multiple different reasons. One, they're severely underpaid. Two, I don't want it to be my job to maybe have to shoot and kill somebody one day. If it happens, it happens, but I wouldn't want that to quite possibly be in my job description. Maybe that's the type of people we need to be police officers. Be honest with you. Anyway, we got to pull up out of here. I'm trying to keep the lives to about an hour and a half. We got to pull up out of here. Y'all love y'all. I appreciate everybody that stay around. You got a lot of people that I don't know, they fall for the banana in the tailpipe. I got a dude that's beefing with me and he moving out of New York City because he can't walk outside. Literally. The dude that's beefing with me and talking crazy, he can't go outside. Like, this is the guy y'all hold up on a pedestal and y'all think that he the big OG. He can't go outside. Um, he had to leave the whole state. Like, what the hell? He can't go outside. I don't know no other way to put it. Anyway, um, let's do something positive today. Let's go spend some time with somebody today. Let's go do something that makes us happy, but also makes somebody else happy. And sex does not count. Sex does not count. But let's go do something that makes us happy and at the same time make somebody else happy. Let's go do that today. Let's go be positive today. Let's go force other people to enjoy themselves, but in the good way, not the bad way, not the bad way, the good way. Let's force people to enjoy themselves. Let's convince people to enjoy themselves. I guess that's a better way to put it. Yeah, look, I love y'all. Everybody, please have a great day. Let's give appreciation to everybody that donated to the chat today. You guys are the best. Let's go to first I want to give a shout out to oh, I don't want to show my balance. Shout out to Vic Star with the I can't see the damn thing. Shout out to Vic Star with the $35 drop this morning. Definitely appreciate you, baby girl. You are the best. Shout out to Prince to Amir with the $10 drop today. Appreciate you, my brother. You are the best. You guys are all great. Y'all didn't have any comments there. I think Vic said BBN Way. Shout out to that BBN Way. Shout out to William Summersville with the $5 drop. Shout out to James S with the Betty Drive. Oh man, Betty Wars with the $5.04 drop. He says payback for Bree's donation the other day. For everybody that don't know, James S was having, I don't know what's going on. I think he had to order something or something. So he had Bree donated the other day, and you know it was, for both of them it was $5.04. You guys are the best. Shout out to Bree Powell, $5.05. Petty Wars. She said, I'm gonna let you finish, James. Sorry, Jack Frost. Continue. Shout out to James S with the $7.02 drop. Petty Wars once again. Shout out to Big Hats with the $4.99 drop. That is blue for some strange reason when it should be green. He said, what's pettier than going backwards? I don't know. Shout out to Liberty Hazelton with the $2 drop. Shout out to Bree Powell with the 808 drop. Shout out to James S with the 909 drop. Shout out to Black Wolf with the $10 drop. Shout out to Bree Powell with the $12 drop. Shout out to Patrick N with the $20.20 drop. And shout out to Big Hats with the $5 drop. And shout out to Bree Powell with the shout out to fucking Bree. Shout out to Black Wolf with the $20 drop and 21 cent, $20.21 drop. And shout out to Bree Powell with the $22.22 drop. Petty Wars! Yo, I swear one day I'm just gonna make a fucking show. Oh man, watch. One day I'm gonna do some dope shit behind this Petty War shit. Shout out to Patrick in with the $37.03 drop. He said, can't go out like that. Bree Powell was also lurking in the bushes. Is Bree Powell, when she's doing that, is she throwing it? Is she throwing the drop from the bushes? I'm curious. If she's like in the bushes and she's throwing the drop and nobody knows where it's coming from, people are like, what in the hell is raining money? Shout out to Patrick in for the $37 $3 3-cent drop. Definitely appreciate y'all, brothers. You guys are the best. All y'all ladies, all y'all fellas, you guys are the best. I think we got the best community on YouTube. We're not the largest community, but I think we have the best community on YouTube. Bronx Spread said, Bronx Spread in the check-in, watching the petty wars go down. Highly entertaining, I might add. Well, I mean, it's all them. I just try to add words to whatever they're doing. But it's all them. This is something they created, by the way. Hold on, hold on. I wanted to talk about this. Let me mention this real quick. This whole petty war shit is some shit that y'all created. I did not create this shit. We was just in here one day, and it was Bree Powell and 2 other people, and they was just being so petty with the damn donations. I didn't make this shit up. This is 100% some BBN community shit. So when you see any type of shit on anybody else's channel that resemble this, they got it. We were the originators, not even me. The community was the originators. Because there was somebody like Jack Frost is doing something. I'm like, I'm not doing nothing, yo. I can't, I don't have control over people telling them what to do with their freaking bank account. What is wrong with you? The drugs, the drugs. These people crazy. Anyway, what up, Omicron? These people are crazy. And as y'all all see, a couple of y'all been here for a couple of months now, so y'all have the Mike Jones icon by your name. Y'all got the Mike Jones icon. Shout out to Mike Jones. Shout out to Philly. Yeah, Bree, she throwing them shits from the bushes, yo. She like throwing them shits and then she's like ducking and shit. The fuck, Bree? Yo, can we get them likes up? Anyway, we gotta get up out of here. I love y'all. Everybody have a beautiful day. Let's go do some dope shit where we have a good time, but we also help other people enjoy themselves too. That's the win. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out.